Hi TikTok friends, it's Ashley with Smart Teaching. Today I'm going to be talking about Out of My Mind, Chapter 5, some summary questions and, or some summary and some questions. Feel free to like and follow, really helps the channel grow. In Chapter 5, Melody's talking about her class. In this chapter, she starts out where she's talking about what the normal kids do at school, but then she goes into how a normal day is in the special education classroom. She talks about how all the kids in her class have been in the same class for multiple years and they do the same thing year after year. Melody talks about how some fellow students, and one of them, her name is Ashley, and she has a hard time participating in group activities. Then Melody goes and talks about a snowman that they take out every year for Christmas in the H5 room, and how she and the rest of the kids hate it. She talks about a kid named Carl and how he's heavy and he pooped himself and the aides at school need to change him. She also talks about Marie, who has Down syndrome. She talks about how Maria likes to decorate the felt snowman named Sydney. She talks about Gloria, who's a student who continuously rocks herself, and how she thinks that Gloria is autistic. She talks about a kid named Willie, who constantly makes noises in Melody's class, and his arms and legs are in constant motion. She talks about a girl named Jill, who's in a walker, and she tells us that the reason Jill is using a walker is because she was in a car accident as a baby. And then the oldest person in the class is Freddie, who's in a wheelchair. Melody talks about the tray on her wheelchair and how that's used for communication and food. And she talks about how on her communication board she's got basic phrases like please, thank you, and can I go to the bathroom. She talks about the alphabet that's on her wheelchair so she can spell out words. She finishes off the chapter with an interesting quote that I really appreciated. She says, "It's like I live in a cage with no door and no key, and I have no way to tell someone how to get me out." Some questions that I have for Chapter 5 would be: describe one of Melody's classmates, use evidence from the text. What does Melody use the tray on the wheelchair for? And what do you think Melody says when she says, "It's like I live in a cage with no door and no key, and I have no way to tell someone how to get out"? Please like, share, subscribe to me, help the channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.